very good afternoon. You're watching Verdict at 2017. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor with you, and well, it is every party's final pitch for votes as election campaign wraps up today for Uttar Pradesh and Manipur's final phase of elections. Well, all the updates and ground reports in the next half an hour. Let us start with the headlines. Campaigning to end for the 7th and final phase of polling in Uttar Pradesh and the second and the last phase of elections in Manipur. Voting to take place on 8th of March. Election Commission seeks a report from District Election Officer of Varanasi over Prime Minister's roadshow on Saturday. Asks whether BJP had prior permission for organising it. We look at the weavers community in Varanasi and whether the demonetization decision will pay rich dividends to the BJP or hit it hard among this large voter base. And in Manipur, we assess the contest in the VIP constituency of Thorbal, where the fight is between Chief Minister Okramibobi Singh, Irom Sharmila and L. Basanta Singh of the BJP. Well, it is the last day of campaigning for the 7th and final phase of Uttar Pradesh Assembly polls. Well, 40 seats are spread across 7 districts, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi's constituency, Varanasi, will go to polls in the 7th phase on 8th of March. Well, the districts where voting will be held on Wednesday are Jaunpur, Varanasi, Ghazipur, Mirzapur, Chandoli, Sonbhadra and Bhadohi. Well, 535 candidates, including 51 women, are in the fray in this phase. Now, 1.41 crore voters are eligible to vote. Well, the BSP is contesting on 40 seats, while BJP on 32, SP on 31, Congress 9 and RLD 21 seats. All right, my colleague Kriti Mishra is in Varanasi. And Kriti, a very good afternoon. Well, as the battle for UP now comes to an end with the last day of campaigning today, Varanasi remains the focal point in the end game of obviously the Lok Sabha constituency of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now, all the parties, including BJP, have taken the campaign in Varanasi to a feverish pitch. What can we expect today?
Well, that's right, Aishwarya. After Prime Minister Narendra Modi and stalwarts of other political parties congregated on Varanasi, the entire nation's attention has actually riveted on this temple town. So even as we speak right now, Prime Minister has reached Garwa Ghat. There he met a lot of seers and saints, also took their blessings, offered grass to the cattle. Thereafter, a small roadshow of around 800 meters is slated between Ramnagar Chowk to Shastri Chowk. After that, the Prime Minister is also expected to garland the statue of Lal Bahadur Shastri. Thereon, he'll fly to Rohania, address a public rally, and then he'll leave for Delhi. Meanwhile, there was a joint press conference by Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav and Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi that was slated here in Varanasi, but that was cancelled because apparently, Aishwarya, Rahul Gandhi's carrier couldn't land because the terminal here has been sealed for Prime Minister's departure. But Aishwarya, all the parties, the BJP and of course the Alliance held massive road shows here, and also BSP Supremo Mayawati held a massive rally here. Yes. Now these optics are just not meant for the but for the Varanasi seat and the Varanasi region, but it also gives out a larger message to the remaining seats of the Purvanchal region. Remember, 40 seats are up for grabs on March 8th, yes. And in 2012, out of the 40 seats, the SP had an edge and it gained around 23 seats, while the BSP could manage 5, BJP 4, Congress 3 and 5 seats were held by others and independents and smaller parties. Yes. So certainly in this war zone, stakes are very high and political parties are making last-ditch attempt to woo the voters just for the throne of Uttar Pradesh. Aishwarya?
Absolutely. And Kriti, of course, while talking about Varanasi, obviously it is a big prestige issue with the BJP. But, you know, it is not going to be very easy considering the fact that the BJP is also faced with a large, with this target of quelling resentment in certain quarters over senior leaders being denied party tickets in this phase, especially in on Varanasi seats.
Well, that's right, Aishwarya, because the BJP is battling on several fronts. One, there were reports of internal rebellion within the party because there were reports of indignation after the denial of ticket to BJP stalwart and 7-time BJP MLA Shyamdev Chaudhary. He used to contest from Varanasi south area. Of course, there were attempts to placate him. Prime Minister himself went and, there were reports that probably the BJP has managed to take him on board. But the reports of internal rebellion still remains. Also, in 2014, there was this alliance between BJP and Apna Dal. In 2017, of course, things have changed because Apna Dal is a divided bloc. There's a vertical split in the party. One faction is led by Krishna Patel and the other faction is led by Anupriya Patel. So that kind of, polarization as far as Kurmi votes are concerned, that also is a big worry for the BJP. Also, the Nishad community, the Mallas here, the Kevats, they are also a little unhappy with the BJP because BJP has come up with the idea of floating jetties in River Ganges just to promote tourism. So they also look little upset and they have actually formed their party called Nishad, which is acronym of Nishad Indian Shoshit Hamara Amdal. So they are also allying with the Peace Party and they may dent the OBC votes that actually rallied behind BJP in 2014 and gave landslide victory to the BJP in the Lok Sabha elections. So certainly all these worries would concern the BJP and the opposition is absolutely confident that they would be able to mar the prospects of the BJP. But remember, Aishwarya, BJP leaders are absolutely confident that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's charisma would actually lead the people to repose the confidence in the BJP once again. Aishwarya?
Absolutely. So BJP obviously focusing all its might on the Varanasi constituency, but also in Mirzapur as well. Remember, this UP poll battle campaigning is going to come to an end, and this polling will be held on the 40 seats in the last phase of elections on 8th of March. Thank you so much, Kriti, for getting us all those updates from Varanasi. And as campaigning will draw to a close today, now there are several rallies slated in Uttar Pradesh. Well, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will sign off his campaign rally with a rally in Rohingya, a predominantly rural assembly segment on the outskirts of Varanasi. BJP Chief Amit Shah will also address 4 rallies in Sonbhadra, Ghazipur, Jaunpur and Bhadohi, while UP Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav will address a string of rallies, 7 of them today. And earlier, Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a roadshow in his parliamentary constituency Varanasi on Sunday. Well, at the end of the roadshow, he addressed a rally. At the rally, he said that his aim for the city is to retain its heritage, yet benefit from modern facilities. He accused the SP Congress and the BSP of not promoting inclusive growth. He also alleged that despite the talent and potential in the people of the eastern Uttar Pradesh, well, the state government has not done enough to channelize it. He also accused the Akhilesh Yadav government of not working for the state's development, even though the centre releases funds, fearing that union government will take the credit.
इसका पूरा कायाकल्प करने की जरूरत है। बनारस की आत्मा बनी रहे और सुविधाएं आधुनिक बनती चले, ऐसा बनारस बनाने का मेरा सपना है। सारा हिसाब किताब ये करने से वोट मिलेगा कि नहीं मिलेगा तो करना। भाइयों बहनों, हम लोगों का मंत्र है सबका साथ, सबका साथ, लेकिन सपा हो, बसपा हो, कांग्रेस हो, उन्होंने जो राजनीति का कल्चर पैदा किया है, परंपरा पैदा की है, इसलिए उनकी रगों में यही विचार दौड़ता है कि कुछ का साथ, कुछ का विकास।
And the Prime Minister also addressed intellectuals at a Kashi Samagam event yesterday. He indirectly hit out at the Congress party for what he alleged was poor governance throughout the country. He also targeted some states, saying that poverty, law and order issues are widespread in communist-run states.
इसका पूरा कायाकल्प करने की जरूरत है।
एक हमारे देश में साम्यवादियों की सरकार देश ने देखी पश्चिम बंगाल में। आज वहां गरीबी, कानून व्यवस्था का अभाव, ये जितनी बुराइयां सार्वजनिक जीवन में अब हैं वो घर कर गई है। देश ने कांग्रेस पार्टी को देखा, हम कहां पहुंचे हैं कहने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्या हाल होकर के रहा हमारा। इतने लंबे अरसे तक एक दल सरकार चलाने के बाद भी कहां खड़े हैं।
And Chief Minister of the state, Akhilesh Yadav, also is not leaving any stone untoward to woo voters in the state. While addressing an election rally at Sonbhadra, Akhilesh attacked Prime Minister Narendra Modi, saying that his roadshows are bound to fail like the earlier ones and would stray the Prime Minister somewhere else. He also took a dig at the BJP and said that despite his open challenge to the Prime Minister to enlist his 3 years' work done for the Uttar Pradesh, he is yet to divulge them. He also criticized the Modi government for demonetization, saying that it has ruined the entire country and forced the people to stand in queues.
रेडियो पे मन की बात, टीवी पे मन की बात, बताओ 3 साल में कोई समझ पाया उनके मन की बात? और लोगों को वादा किया था कि जब पैसा आ जाएगा भ्रष्टाचार का, काले धन वाला, तो अकाउंटों में 15-15 लाख रुपए भिजवा देंगे। बताइए किसी के अकाउंट में 15 लाख रुपए आया हो?
And Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi also addressed back-to-back election rallies in Sonbhadra, Mirzapur and Jaunpur districts. Rahul Gandhi took a jibe at Prime Minister Narendra Modi, saying that his government has waived off loans worth 1.4 lakh crore rupees owed by 50 rich people, but it has not done anything to write off 50,000 crore rupees due on the farmers. Rahul Gandhi also accused the Modi government of not fulfilling its electoral promise of tackling unemployment, which he termed as the biggest challenge before the people.
2.5 साल पहले आपने हिंदुस्तान के हर युवा से कहा था कि हर साल नरेंद्र मोदी स्वयं 2 करोड़ युवाओं को देश में रोजगार देगा। आप मुझे बताइए भाइयों और बहनों, नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने पिछले 2.5 साल में इस भीड़ में से किसी को भी रोजगार दिया है?
And several top BJP leaders continued their campaigns for the 7th and the final phase of elections. While Home Minister Rajnath Singh held a rally in Chandoli, he accused the UP government of not undertaking any developmental works in the state. He also alleged that the claims made by the Chief Minister are false. While BJP President Amit Shah also addressed a rally in Ambedkar Nagar and pitched for his party as the only one capable of delivering progress in the state. He also questioned the state government's failure in arresting rape-accused Minister Gayatri Prajapati.
मुझे आश्चर्य होता है कैसे समाजवादी पार्टी के मुख्यमंत्री यह दावा करते हैं कि हमने बहुत विकास किया है, जनता को हमने ओला पड़ने के बाद, सूखा पड़ने के बाद पर्याप्त हमने राहत मुहैया कराई है। यह बात समझ में नहीं आती।
उत्तर प्रदेश का विकास नरेंद्र मोदी के नेतृत्व में भारतीय जनता पार्टी ही कर सकती है और कोई नहीं कर सकता है।
And the Election Commission has sought a report from the District Election Officer of Varanasi over Prime Minister's roadshow in Varanasi on Saturday, while the poll watchdog wants to know whether prior permission was granted for organizing this roadshow. Well, the roadshow, remember, was scheduled on a day when 49 constituencies went to the polls in the 6th phase of assembly polls in Uttar Pradesh on 4th of March. Well, the Congress had approached the Election Commission alleging that the BJP had not sought requisite permission for the roadshow. It urged the Commission to take cognizance of the offence, while BSP Chief Mayawati also urged the Election Commission to investigate the roadshow, alleging it was violating the Model Code of Conduct. And the BJP has moved the Election Commission over remarks of Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav. Well, during an election rally, Akhilesh Yadav had allegedly asked voters to accept money from other parties but not to cast their ballot for any other party but the Samajwadi Party. Well, the state BJP in its letter to the CEC has accused Akhilesh of violating model code of conduct. The party also accused Akhilesh of hurting the dignity of the Chief Minister's post by making a frivolous statement. On to a special report now. Well, the weavers community in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's parliamentary constituency Varanasi and Mirzapur were affected by NDA government's demonetization decision. However, the opinion on note ban differs in this poll season. It is difficult to assess whether BJP's gamble of demonetization just before the elections would pay off massively or hit it hard.
The rhythmic clattering of the handloom and power looms reverberates in the narrow by-lanes of Varanasi's Lallanpur area that houses most of the weavers of Varanasi's trademark Banarsi silk sarees. The daily turnover of the Banarsi saree industry is estimated to be around 20 crore rupees. But in the week of demonetization, power loom operators had to cancel hundreds of orders for sarees and hundreds of weavers were left jobless. However, weavers now appear divided on the issue of demonetization. Many claim the move dealt an irreversible blow, while others say that normalcy has returned.
नोटबंदी से हम लोगों का भारी नुकसान हुआ है। 1.5 महीने काम बंद हुआ, बुनकरों को काम नहीं मिला।
पैसा लेने के कैसे कर्जा लेके तो खाना खा रहे थे, बहुत दिक्कत है। हम लोग तो काम करने वाले आदमी हैं, और जो घर में बना रहे उनका क्या हालत होगा?
Demonetization evokes mixed response from carpet weavers of Mirzapur Bhadoi region, the largest handmade carpet weaving cluster in the country.
नोटबंदी का इतना असर पड़ा सर कि सवेरे 8 बजे से लाइन में लगे 2 बजे तक पेमेंट मिल रहा था अपना पैसा और पूरा दिन भर का समय खराब होता था।
नोटबंदी के कारण भाई वो कम पैसा देता है, जहाँ 200 देना था वहाँ 100 रुपया देकर काम कराएं और नोटों को लेकर हमारे मजदूर वर्ग में कोई समस्या नहीं था।
BJP has been careful not to mention the demonetization issue in campaigning speeches, while the alliance and the BSP invariably rake it.
2014 में आंधी थी और 2017 में सुनामी है और ये सुनामी जो है ब्रज से चली है। पहले चरण में जब मतदान वहां हो रहा था उसके बाद ये आंधी जो है वहां से उड़ी, ब्रज की रज उड़ी और लखनऊ आते आते उसने सुनामी का रूप लिया।
कैश मतलब नॉट नेसेसरीली ब्लैक मनी। ये लोग एक्चुअली जो है ज्यादातर लोग जो हैं ये जो इनकम टैक्स लिमिट है उनसे नीचे हैं, तो कैश का मतलब ये नहीं कि ब्लैक मनी। तो इसको आप अचानक इस तरह की डीमोनेटाइजेशन करके पूरा इनका पेट पे लात मारा, पूरा इंडस्ट्री पे आप बिल्कुल खत्म कर दिया।
In an election where battle lines are drawn on caste and community lines, the issue of demonetization is also often talked about. But most of the voters give a guarded response and make it difficult to assess its impact on voting patterns.
Many experts say that these elections would be a referendum on government's decision to scrap high-value currency notes. But demonetization is not the first thing that comes to the minds of voters, except for those still reeling under its impact. It remains to be seen whether the bitter pill of demonetization gives sweet results to the BJP in Uttar Pradesh. Reporting from Mirzapur with camera person Arvind, I'm Kriti Mishra for Rajya Sabha Television.
And it is also the last day of campaigning for the second and the final phase of elections in Manipur, and 22 seats will vote in this phase on 8th of March. Well, a total of 98 candidates are in the fray in this phase. Well, the elections are being held in the backdrop of the economic blockade that has been on since November last year. Remember, the first phase of elections held on 4th of March saw a record turnout of close to 86%. Remember, counting of votes will take place on 11th of March. All right, Akhilesh Suman, my colleague, is joining us live from Manipur. He's tracking all those developments there very, very closely. Very good afternoon, Akhilesh. Well, a bumper turnout, really, close to 86%. And by and large, peaceful voting that we saw in the first phase of elections. Obviously, these are all good signs. But, you know, now the focus has shifted to many hilly areas, many of which are sensitive as well.
Yeah, naturally, these are the areas where almost 12 of the constituency, 10 to 12 of the constituency belong to those areas where blockade is intensive, where the United Nakar Council has the influence and Naga People's Front have put up the candidates everywhere. Though BJP and Congress also have put up the candidates in those areas. So these are the areas which have to be seen, that how much percentage of people are coming to vote. Though UNC has declared that it will oppose Congress, that means that UNC does want people of these areas to go and vote for any candidate other than Congress. So they are not stopping anyone to go for vote. So this is a good news as far as the democratic electioneering is concerned. On the other side, even some other underground organizations have also told that we are not stopping anyone from going and voting. So this is also a good news from other areas other than the Naga inhabited areas. And in between, there is one plain in Thobal district where even Chief Minister Ibobi Singh is fighting and also his son is fighting from. And these areas are also, I think, that will have a strong polarization on the issue of Chief Minister and those who are opponents of Chief Minister. So in this phase also, everyone is expecting that the poll percentage will be as much as it has happened in the first phase of election, because issues are quite in contradiction to each other. Like United Council has called out the blockade. Imphal Valley has been suffering since more than 3 months, and that is why there was polarization of this part of the state. And now that part of the state will also be polarized. So I think that as far as the election is concerned, Election Commission will be more than happy to see the turnout of the people here who are coming to vote, and I think that in more peaceful way. And as far as the security arrangements are concerned, security arrangement has been made very precisely. Every booth has been taken care of, and also sensitive and general critical booths have been identified, and enough paramilitary forces have been deployed. The only problem that Election Commission might face in this phase, because there might be lack of 3G connection and live streaming may be impeded in some of the booths. So that is the only challenge that Election Commission is facing. And at this point in time, the Chief Electoral Officer is talking to the poll officials through video conferencing and DCs, so that he can ensure that a smooth and good functioning of the electioneering.
Absolutely. So the Election Commission really buoyed by the voter percentage turnout that we saw in the first phase of Manipur elections, and it is also hoping that the next phase will see a equally good or probably better voter percentage. Thank you so much, Akhilesh, for joining us this afternoon and sharing those perspective with us. Meanwhile, as our reporter was telling us, well, Thobal is the VIP constituency of Manipur, where Chief Minister Ibobi Singh is fighting against Irom Sharmila and BJP candidate L. Basanta Singh. Well, the voting for this constituency, remember, will take place on in the second phase on 8th of March. Well, this report brings you the mood from this high-profile seat.
Thobal is a developed district in Manipur. Roads and marketplaces are better than even capital city Imphal. Many people here are content with the current Congress government.
कांग्रेस सरकार में यहाँ का तो बहुत सारा यानी कि डेवलपमेंट के और सारे यानी कि इस गांव के लिए तो बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है उसने.
Chief Minister Ibobi Singh is an MLA from this constituency for the last 2 terms. Being his home constituency, the BJP accuses him of being partial towards it. BJP supporters claim Ibobi Singh will be defeated.
थोबाल का जो जितना जो वोटर है जिसको धोखा दे के डेवलप का नाम में डेवलप करके बोल के वो इधर में आ गया. जितना जो करप्शन जो है से खाली परिवार के लिए काम करता है, जितना कॉमन पीपल जो इसे काम कुछ देखता नहीं है, जो इसीलिए मेरे को पब्लिक ने मेरे को प्रोजेक्ट किया है इबोबी को हटाने के लिए.
A lot of development program has been done by Ibobi Singh.
The constituency is a bastion of the Meitei community, to which Ibobi Singh belongs. While there are chances of polarization against the United Naga Council blockade in the constituency, the BJP is accusing Ibobi Singh of having a hand in the continuing blockade.
क्यों सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं बीजेपी को?
ये अभी नया बदली आ रहा है, इसीलिए तो हम लोग इसको चाहता हूँ. दिल्ली में सरकार बीजेपी का हो रहा है, तो हमारे मणिपुर में भी बीजेपी का होना चाहिए.
Irom Sharmila's decision to fight from this constituency has added another flavor to the polls.
I can win the election with notion, people's right choice, right thinking to choose me who had been fighting for truth, for repealing a draconian law without a single drop of water through mouth.
Great supporter for the Congress government. Still this working. So all the developmental works are 90%, I think, is taken up by this Congress government. And as long as there is our honorable CM, we will support with our heart, and that's all.
There are about 28,000 eligible voters in this constituency. There are more female than male voters here, a reason why Ibobi Singh has chosen to target the BJP and not Irom Sharmila.
In Thobal constituency, fight is between ruling power of Congress and BJP and Irom Sharmila's moral force. It will be interesting to see that on 8th March, who wins, moral power of Irom Sharmila or power of Congress or BJP. Akhilesh Soman for Rajya Sabha Television with camera person Prasanto in Thobal of Manipur.
Right, a very interesting contest there in the second phase of elections in Manipur. And that's it from me and my team in this edition of Verdict 2017. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Thanks for watching.